quick look at what's going on in these patches. Let's take this one first. This is the sort of high distorting element of the patch. Now with the VCA all the way down here, it works quite nicely as a little poking sort of effect. And that is created basically by two things. It's the LFO, which is in a sample and hold mode. The rate is 8, so fairly long, reasonably high, and of course that's pushing the filter up whenever that random LFO comes in. And as soon as the filter goes up, then this little dark mouse overdrive here has something to chew on. At the same time, we've also got this white tape delay. They're both by Donna, sort of cheapy pedals, but they're quite interesting. This white tape delay is quite nice, I think, because it's dual channel and it sounds like a ping pong, but it's not a ping pong. It's just independent left and right times and feedback and level. So you can create a sort of pseudo ping pong effect, which leads to some sort of quite interesting things, I think. If you turn it all off, turn VCA back up, it's really relying completely on the LFO to generate the interest, combined the overdrive and the delay, and then the VCA is just turning it from a sort of feature piece down to a little prodding effect over the top. But when the random LFO opens up the filter enough to give the overdrive something to bite on, then you get that extra little bit. The other part of the patch, which just adds to the effect, accents, so they're sort of off the beat, whereas if we compare it to the accents on this one, which are on the beat, just a tiny little thing. If we go for modulation amounts, the actual filter adjustment, they're all slightly different, just to give it a little bit more flavour. Pitch envelope, a little hit there and a little hit here, but otherwise nothing. And what else have we got? I think that's all we've got doing anything in particular here. I don't think there's any slides. The only other thing is in play mode. So this one is hitting every second bar, every fourth bar. These ones are all 100%. That's every third bar, so that's creating a bit of variation, and every second bar. So that's what I describe in another video as a Super 16. It's only 16 steps, but because a lot of the steps are only hitting every 2, 3 or 4 bars, you get this constant change. So between those bar settings, the random LFO, and just playing with the VCA, you get all that variation. And of course a little bit of bass EQ. The only other thing perhaps is the thing that I basically always do on every patch, which is to put the CV out into the cutoff CV in, just to give it a feeling of sort of filter tracking. So the higher it goes, or the higher the pitch, the more filter you get. If we have a look at this one, which is doing the lower sort of bass, now nothing particularly special there, you might say, and indeed you'll be right. But you'll notice it's got that sort of opening up envelope, or reverse, it's like a reverse envelope on it almost. And that is created by reset is on. So that means every time a note hits, the LFO restarts, but sync is off. So the rate is independent. So if we adjust the rate now, it's quite sensitive. It's a big difference. Slow it down too much, the effect sort of goes away. Speed it up too much and you get just horrible LFO warblings. Added to that, the accents, we had a look at modulation again, just quite a bit of filter modulation happening. And again, if we go into play mode, 100%, 100%, every third bar, fourth bar, second bar, and then 2 out of 3, and 100%. So again, another Super 16, which is why we're getting that variation as the pattern goes round and around. Again, the VCA makes that big difference. And because we've got filter modulation happening and the LFO, as soon as we put an overdrive on and get something to chew on, it creates a little bit more interest, although probably best to have that one off and this one on. Let's restart them. They're synced to an external clock, in fact, so I could start them from the external clock just to be doubly sure. Take the VCA down on both of them. So just by varying the VCA on both of them, you can get another whole range of variations, even though, again, it's just 2 16-step patterns. Hope that quick little analysis was of some interest. Until next time, see ya.